Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to the last day of 2018. That's right, Happy New Year to everyone around the globe. Today is the last day you will ever have to deal with 2018. And before we jump into 2019 and the new year, we need to recap all the amazing things that happened in 2018. That's right, I am a Twins fan. I absolutely love baseball. If you don't know that by this channel, welcome. If you are new or if you are returning, I hope you enjoy this series. This series is basically going to be Twins news every day, or hopefully every day. And I'll just be talking, sharing my opinion, giving my thoughts, and taking your thoughts on basically what's going on in the Twins organization. Are they playing well? Are they sucking? Are they trading anybody? Some looks to the past, maybe some looks to the future, player highlights, anything you can imagine. I'll be trying to do that. Twins news, basically to entertain you guys and get your thoughts on it. So let's jump right into this episode. The first one, like I said, the most memorable moments came in 2018, and that's what we will be highlighting today. A top 5 list of basically everything that happened that was good in the Twins organization this year. To be fair, I do have 6 things on this list and 2 honorable mentions. Definitely worth it though. Stick around until the end, and let's just jump into the first one, number 6. So the first memorable moment on this list came May 23rd off of Brian Dozier's bat against Detroit on the second pitch of the game, bottom of the first inning. This was Brian Dozier smacking a home run. Looked like it was gone. It came down and landed between the pads of the outfield wall. That's right, it got stuck between the outfield wall. And it was called a ground rule double. Obviously, it didn't go over the fence. It's not a home run. It didn't stay in play, technically. Brian Dozier was already rounding second base, going to third by the time this ball came down. And like I said, the launch angle, that much. He missed it by that much. The launch angle was 1 degree differently. I mean, anything would have changed the trajectory of this ball, even like an inch to the left or the right. But the ball came smack down in between the crack of the 2 pads and got stuck. Just a funny way to start off this game. Honestly, I cannot remember if they won this game or if they even scored Brian Dozier. I did not watch this game live. I had to watch the highlights of it. But just a fantastic way to start off this list. And this just basically described the Twins season. You know, they did not do well throughout the entire season. They didn't do well ever last season, but I was able to pick, you know, a couple of our walk-off moments, or at least funny moments that happened like this as most memorable. So this is number 6 on our list. Let's jump into number 5. On the contrary to number 6, I was actually at this game June 22nd, 2018. It was a bobblehead giveaway night. I went to all the bobblehead giveaways this year for the Twins, and it was a fantastic game against the Texas Rangers. We ended up losing the game 8-1 in the 9th inning. The Texas Rangers put up 4 runs, and we could not do anything. But right now, this scenario, top of the 7th inning, Elvis Andrus up at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Twins are already down 4-1. And Addison Reed is on the mound. Throws a strike. It's hit. Darted up the middle. It is blasted, corked, straight to Dozier. Well, actually a little bit to his right side. And he makes a diving play parallel to the ground. Able to make the catch and throw it, flip it over to second, and double off the Rangers to get out of the inning. An absolutely fantastic play. Honestly, this might be one of the best defensive plays I have seen this year. It was absolutely incredible. And you're like, why is this number 5? Well, you'll see, but a fantastic play. It was crazy. The crowd absolutely erupted. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything with that momentum, but a fantastic play from Brian Dozier, and it was really sad to see him leave and go to the Dodgers. He has 1 more on this list, and we will get to it soon, but let's jump in to number 4. So number 4 on our list takes place on April 18th, and if you don't know where the Twins were on April 18th, they were in Puerto Rico playing against the Cleveland Indians in the Puerto Rican series. And this was a fantastic 16-inning game that ended up in a walk-off from Ryan Lamar. I want to say that's his first career walk-off. I'm not entirely sure. I know that was his first one as a Twin. But a fantastic 16-inning game. I did not watch this entire game. I went to sleep in the 12th inning. But a fantastic game. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It ended up going into the next day. Over on the East Coast. So yeah, it would have been at least 1 o'clock in the morning over there. But a fantastic game. Edwin Encarnacion for the Indians hit a home run in the top of the 14th inning. Then Miguel Sano came back at the bottom of the 14th, hit a monster shot of his own. In the 16th inning, then we moved to the 16th. Eddie Rosario got on base. There was an error by the first baseman that allowed him to get to third, and Ryan Lamar comes up, shoots one right back up the middle, and ends up walking off the Indians to, I think they won the series with this game. I think it was a 2-game series. 2-1 on that walk-off hit by Ryan Lamar. A fantastic game. Like I said, his first career walk-off as a Twin. Just a fantastic overall, player he was, and then he kind of fell off the map earlier in the season, but a great spot, number 4 on our list, and we will jump in to number 3. Number 3 on our list came on June 3rd, 2018. And 2 days before this game, I was actually there to get the other bobblehead. There were 3 bobbleheads, like I said. And I got the first one on June 1st. It was against the Indians once again. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th inning. Rosario, 2 for 4. Already has 2 home runs. 5-5. And how about it? Rosario hits his 3rd home run of the game. And a walk-off. A fantastic. I've used a fantastic quite a bit. But that is what these games were. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I did not actually watch this game, but I saw the highlights of it, and what a career day for Eddie Rosario. Like I said, we had Dozier, we had Mauer, and we have Rosario. We have a couple other guys like Kepler. Cave's amazing. Sano, if he can get healthy again. Morrison, if he wants to step up. We have a very good team. And Rosario is going to lead the charge. Like I said, this happened June 3rd. 3 home runs. It looked like he was going to be a shoo-in for the All-Star game, and then they ultimately cut him for Mitch Haniger, which was really, really unfortunate. But just a crazy career day for Rosario that lands him number 3 on our list with 3 home runs, including a walk-off for the win over the Cleveland Indians. Let's jump in to number 2. So number 2 on our list was not one that really sparked a lot of conversation on a lot of the other top 10 lists. If you go to YouTube and you look at MLB's list or the Twins list, they have their own like top 5, top 10. There's a couple of these plays on there, but they didn't put this one on there. And I gotta say, this was a fantastic. I used fantastic again. What an incredible game this was. I was watching this game sitting in my beanbag right to the left, and the Twins were up early. They let Tampa Bay back in. This was on July 15th, the last day before the All-Star break. Dozier's 1 for 5, bases loaded, bottom of the 10th inning. And I was talking to my dad, sitting on this beanbag right over here, and I said, Dad, he's going to do it. He's going to hit a walk-off home run grand slam. And the next pitch. See you later. There it goes. Walk-off grand slam. And that was it. The Twins were able to go into the second half of the season. They were down like 11 games. I want to say they were down 11 games in the AL Central race. They were closer in the wild card, especially by beating Tampa Bay here. But a lot of the other Twins or networks did not cover this game as one of their top moments. I have to say a walk-off grand slam is going to end up number 2 on my list, especially like I thought this was going to be the turning point of the season. We were going to come back, make a run for the wild card, just like we did the previous season last year, and it ultimately didn't happen as we traded Dozier and then, kind of fell off the map a little bit. But what almost a last game for Dozier. What a way to go out as a Twin, and it was an incredible game to watch, and what a way to to send it into the All-Star break with a walk-off grand slam. Ends up being number 2 on my list. And now let's get to 2 quick honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention came on April 11th, just about a week and a half into the season, and this was when Kepler gave the Twins their first walk-off of the year. They were playing the Houston Astros, and they were facing Brad Peacock, bottom of the ninth, 2-outs, 3-2 count. That's when Kepler swung the little bat right there, flicked it off his wrist, and it hooked inside the pole for a walk-off. The Twins scored 8 runs in, I believe it was the 4th inning. Earlier in that game, they let Houston crawl back in, but ultimately to no avail. That was your Twins picking up the victory on the walk-off. I was at work watching this game, actually, on one of the days off we had, and it was crazy. I kind of went wild there at work, and a lot of the kids were watching it with me, and they were having a good time watching the Twins game, and that was a great way to start off the season. Like I said, it was about a week and a half into the season, April 11th, and it was a great time to, get a walk-off and, really try to push the Twins in the right direction. It's an honorable mention, though, because it did not really end up to be much, and it was just a solo shot to walk off the Houston Astros. So that's why it's an honorable mention. Let's get to the second one and the most important. Number 1 on the honorable mentions list is Joe Mauer. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? And you're right. This is not number 1, and you probably know what number 1 is, not only by me saying that, but if you're a Twins fan and watched, any of the games this season, or especially the last game of the season, you know what number 1 will be. But the honorable mention for Joe Mauer here is all of his career achievements. I just kind of want to group these into one. I just have 4 written down here. He had 2,000 hits, 1,000 runs, the most Twins doubles, and the most Twins career reaching on base. That is incredible. Like, what a fantastic season he had in his 15 years as a Twin. So, he did retire this off season, or a couple weeks after the last game of the season. But just a fantastic career for Joe Mauer. I didn't start watching baseball, or I couldn't really remember watching baseball about till 2007. So right when he was pretty much tearing it up in the league. And, I got to watch him for the last 11 years, 10 years. What an incredible player. What a man that deserves the honor that he's going to receive as a Twin. And I don't know if he'll be in the Hall of Fame, but he will be forever in a Twins Hall of Fame, and he absolutely deserves it. And, I wish he would have stayed. He was 35, I think. I wish he would have stayed, would have signed maybe a 1 or 2 year deal, and just tried to break all of the Twins records. But obviously, it was his decision. He decided not to, and he will take his record, all of his records that he's already had, and walk into retirement with his head up high. And it was just a shame we could never get him a ring. But, what a man. And that will lead us to number 1, which I'm sure, as I said, you all know what it is. Let's jump into number 1. Number 1 on our list absolutely gives me goosebumps every single time I watch it. I get tears in my eyes thinking about it, replaying the video today. Joe Mauer on September 30th comes out of the dugout. All the players have gone off the field, and they're coming out for their last time to be on the field for 2018, and nobody really runs out to their spots, and they all kind of wait. And here comes Joe Mauer out of the dugout wearing all of his catcher gear, and that I'm getting goosebumps and chills talking about it. If I play this video, absolutely gonna cry. I'm gonna use fantastic here. What a way to go out. And at this point, we didn't really know if he was going to retire or not. But as soon as we saw that, it was emotional. It was, to say the least, number 1 memorable moment forever is going to be Joe Mauer walking out of that field wearing his catcher's gear, taking the first pitch, and getting one last amazing, well-deserved goodbye from Target Field and the Twins Nation around the world. This moment, you knew he was done after he came out on the field, but this moment will forever be signified as one of the best Twins players to ever play the game. The best AL catcher that I can think of, and probably one of the best all time in the MLB. What a way to not only close out Joe Mauer's career, but 2018 as a whole, and just have a one last hurrah, one last good time with Joe Mauer and the rest of the Twins organization. So that is my top 6 list with a couple honorable mentions there about the Twins recap on their most memorable moments for 2018. If I missed any, let me know down in the comments below. I already added, 6 to 5. So I couldn't put all of them in there. I know I could have added a couple more, but let me know what you think are most memorable moments from the Twins this season, or where you would have put, certain scenarios or certain situations or moments yourself. That is going to be the video today. Once again, everyone, Happy New Year. Hope you all have a great 2019. Thank you for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow with more Twins news. See you then.